Hi, Kilby Tigers, me again. I wanted to go through a resource that Orgo has put out for us that you can use at home so that you can kind of instruct your students and follow a lesson plan to do with your students for math. So if you go to the website and go to the Title I math page, okay, under my useful links, I've got lesson plans for parents to use at home. So you're going to click on that and you're going to click on Orgo at home. Okay, Orgo is the textbook that we use at school. So this brings you to the the Orgo at Home website. So you're going to scroll down, and I would suggest watching this video. It kind of gives an overview of the program, why they're and how it's going to work. It's a good video, less than 2 minutes long. I'd suggest watching it. So after you watch the video, you're going to keep scrolling down to enter Orgo at Home here, and we're in the United States. So click here to enter, and it's going to bring you to Orgo Slate. And so this is kind of, again, just the overview. So you can click on the grade level here of your student, or if you go up at the top where it says start, you can click on the grade level there as well and navigate using this up at the top. So let's just say my child is in second grade. So I'm going to click on grade 2. And here is an overview of how the week is laid out. So you can see on Monday, you'd have a read and discuss, so doing a read aloud. Tuesday is hands-on math, Wednesday is problem solving, Thursday is a digital game, and Friday is a practice. And each week, once they get them all loaded, right now we only have 1 week. Once they get them all loaded, each week will follow the same structure, okay, so that it helps maintain consistency and the students know what to expect, and each day builds on the previous day, okay? So these things over here allow you to zoom in or out. The print page is how if you want to print this out, you can print it out and click on the print page and it brings you up to, your grade levels printed or your printing. But there's really no need to do that unless you really want to. Okay, so now we can either click on week 1 here, or at the top we can click it here. Okay, so here is the top is kind of, again, an overview of more specifics of this skill. So Orgo 1, this gives you a video, a 60-second, 1-minute video about the math that's actually going to be done. So this gives you, as the parent, this video is not meant for the student, this video gives you, as the parent, information on the strategy or the skill that's going to be learned during the week. Okay, so you can watch the video to get an understanding of the strategy or skill your student is being expected to do. Okay, so that way you have the background knowledge to be able to help them. Okay, on Tuesday it says to print out the game board. Okay, so it gives you a link to the game boards and you can just print those out. And then links to the English and Spanish practice pages, we'll get to that. And then the newsletters are something that maybe you've seen before if your teacher has sent those home, but it gives you as the parent information about what is going to be in the lessons. Okay, so then let's go through it. So Monday is the read and discuss day. So when you click on Monday, you can see, okay, here is what I'm going to follow. And all you have to do is just follow, like read through it prior to working with your student so that you know kind of what comes next and you're able to go through it with them. But you'll see it has show the cover of Adtron. So you click on Adtron and there is your read aloud. So you're going to follow the steps that it says, ask them to predict what they think the story might be about, read and discuss, and then it says, read these pages and ask these questions. So you can ask those questions. Repeat the conversation with the double pages. So when you go to the book, you navigate the book by just clicking on the arrows, and you can enter full screen and then still navigate with the arrows. And so you could read to your student, you could have your student read to you, you could take turns reading, however you want to do. And you can also turn the pages by the corner up at the top, just like a real book. So that's the read aloud. And then they also have the book in Spanish. So if you are a Spanish speaking household, you can read the book in Spanish. Okay. Um, so that's Monday. Tuesday is going to be hands-on math. So these are where those game boards that we printed at the beginning are going to come into play. So here are the directions for the games. Okay. All you need is a set of cards numbered 3 through 8. So if you have a deck of playing cards, just take those cards out. Or if you don't have cards, then use index cards or a piece of paper and just cut up a piece of paper and make them cards. And then here's an extension. So if that first game gets too easy or they're doing really well, you can then have them play another game. Okay, and these games, once the students know how to play them, you could play them anytime throughout the rest of your time home. Okay, and then this is the other game board that they showed us up at the top. Okay, so you can, again, print them out up at the top or down here to click on them, and directions are there for you. And again, here it says write the numbers on small sheets of paper or small cards and cut them up. So even though we don't have the actual playing cards, just make your own. Okay. Wednesday is going to be problem solving day. So you can either get the problem in English by clicking here or in Spanish by clicking down at the bottom, well, not the bottom, but the bottom of Wednesday. And it's going to pull up a page that looks like this. Okay, so you'll read the problem together. Oh, no, hold on. You have to get out of this, you have to hit the X down here at the close viewer. Okay, so that is something about Origo that is different, that you can't just hit the back button. This close viewer here at the bottom is what's going to help you navigate. The nice thing about these slides, because these are slides, you can write on them, you can highlight on them, you can draw shapes on them, so the student can be working right on them. Okay, when I hit the back button, I messed it up. So we were on Wednesday. So you read the problem, ask them to estimate or come up with a strategy, and then give them prompts and patterns. It gives questions that you can ask, and then some more thinking problems and extensions, so that your child really gets thinking. And the nice thing about these is can be more than one correct answer. Okay. Thursday is game day. So this is going to be something, some of the students have seen these before, the online games, some students have not. So they have them again, English and Spanish, and you click on them, and here are the directions here, but we're going to click on it so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so these are the fundamentals games that some of the students have done before in class. So if you want the directions or need help, you click on the little question mark and it comes up with directions that you can use to play the game. Okay, and so read through those if you get stuck from before. So the way these work is, like, when you click on the cube, it rolls. When you click on the card, it flips over. Okay, and then to actually play the game, you have to drag your color counter, and you just click on it and you move it. So if I'm clicking and I'm moving, I can see there until we finish the game. Okay, refresh clears the board, so that's this button right here. You can again draw on them, erase on them. We're not going to use a calculator in second grade, so we're not using the calculator tool button. Second graders do not get to use a calculator. So that's how that game works. And again, you can make it full screen. Okay, you can zoom in or out, but this X down here at the bottom, you're not going to use the back arrow, you're going to use the X, because the back arrow doesn't get you out of the game. The X at the bottom right corner does. Okay, and then Friday is just a practice day where you can print out the practice pages, and it kind of shows you here what to expect from the practice pages and how to help your student. And then they also have the answer key so that you can check your students' work. So I'm clicking on them. These are similar to the things students have done in their workbooks at school, or practice pages they've seen at school. So you can print them out and have the student do them, or just have the student do them on a piece of paper, so that if you do not have a printer, Just have them write the problems down on a piece of paper and solve on a piece of paper. Um, Again, they wouldn't have to do every single page because there are quite a few problems here, but maybe they do, certain pages or certain problems and you choose what you want them to do. Again, the answer key is there for you so that you can check their work and it kind of shows you um, what would be an expected response um, so you can check them. Again, English or Spanish. So here are the Spanish resources here. Um, so these are a great, great, great resource. And again, the print button is here on the right. So these lessons are not going to take you more than 20 or 30 minutes a day. I would highly suggest doing them. They are great resources. They align to what we've done in school. Some of these things are going to be very familiar to the students because it is things they've seen in school. And it follows a similar structure. It's easy to use. And please, please, if you need support or you need help or you need further clarification on how to do any of this, please contact me at swaddles, SWADLES, at pwcs.edu, and I am more than happy to help you. Um, we're all in this together and we want the students to keep learning, but we don't want to cause frustration for anybody. So this is just another great resource that you can use with your child. And if you have multiple children, you can do it for each grade level. So by clicking on that home button, I was able to get back, or again, you can navigate here to get to different grade levels. And they have something for each grade. Again, follows the same structure. So enjoy it. And I hope that some of us are able to use it successfully. So thanks, but even if you can't use this, make sure you're doing something math at home every day for 30 minutes. IXL, ST math, math games, math problem solving, just something to keep your brain sharp. So again, we miss you and stay safe, everybody, and healthy. Stay healthy.